In the next few minutes, I will reveal some crazy numbers and stats that will leave you stunned. With over 32 million tourists visiting in 2024, Bangkok became the most visited city in the world. That's unreal, isn't it? But let's find out some truths about the most famous tourist destinations. This amazing destination comes with its own set of rules, and breaking them can cost you big time. I am talking about penalties that can go as high as 2 million Thai baht. Crazy, right? But it doesn't end here. You could be imprisoned for 15 years or your whole life. But don't worry though, I've got your back. In this video, I'll walk you through the top mistakes to avoid so you can sidestep the trouble and make your Bangkok trip the adventure of a lifetime and not a nightmare. Trust me, spending the next few minutes here could save you from facing the most embarrassing and expensive moments of your life. Hit the subscribe button to step toward a stress-free vacation. Otherwise, I might show up in Bangkok for your court hearing. One of the most crucial things you need to remember when you visit Bangkok is never to mention the royal family in your conversation, because a little slip of the tongue can cause big problems. In Thailand, respecting the monarchy is a must. Unlike in other Western countries like the UK, Japan, Spain, Belgium, and the Netherlands, making fun and joking about leaders might be brushed off. Thailand is a constitutional monarchy, which means it has a government, but its head of state is a royal figure, that is King Maha Vajiralongkorn. Thailand's lèse-majesté laws are stringent. Any insult or disrespect towards the royal family can lead to serious legal consequences, which include up to 15 years of imprisonment per offense. It's rare for tourists to get caught up in these issues, but it's not impossible. Even stepping on currency with the king's image could be seen as offensive. And it's not just about what you say in person, what you post online counts too. So the safest route is to just steer clear of discussing the monarchy at all. You'll also notice moments during your trip where respect for the royal family is part of daily life. At 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., the national anthem plays in public spaces, and locals stop everything to stand in silence. Just follow them and stop whatever you are doing. The rule is simple: just respect the royal family, and you are free to enjoy your trip without a worry. No doubt you are impressed by Bangkok's street life and cultural landmarks, and you want to enjoy every moment of your trip, but be careful. Never take your shirt off either. You feel hot or to flex. Topless sunbathing on the beach and wearing scant clothing in non-beach settings do not seem appropriate. And these things come under public nudity and indecent exposure according to Thai law. The Thai Penal Code expressly forbids indecent behavior in public areas. Violators can face fines ranging from 500 to 5,000 Thai baht and, in certain situations, up to 1 month in jail. Being modest is a cultural value in Thailand, and whether you are a man or a woman, the guidelines are applicable to both. So it is better to value the law of the land and avoid wearing bikinis or extra revealing clothing when you venture into the city or some cultural landmarks. If you are planning to make a trip to Bangkok for the first time, this is very important for you. Thai authorities recommend tourists carry their passports at all times. It is justified that your passport is the most important document when you are on vacation, and you do not want to take the risk of losing it. But imagine getting stopped by the officials and you do not have any proof to show who you are. That will cause more trouble for you instead of losing your documents. If you don't want to carry your essential documents, at least keep the photocopies or save their pictures on your phone. One more thing you should keep in mind is to never use fake IDs or tampered documents, because it is a serious offense against Thai laws, and the penalties for such violations can range from a 10,000 baht fine to imprisonment for up to 5 years, depending on the severity of the offense. You might not make this kind of silly mistake if you are a nomad, but many do, and they think paying a fine is better than the hassle of renewing the visa. Also, you might hear from people that overstaying a Thai visa is not a big deal, and you just need to pay a small fine for it. This might seem like an easy shortcut, but it's a decision you will regret. To an extent, they are right. Overstaying your visa can cost you 500 Thai baht per day, up to a maximum fine of 20,000 baht. Additionally, if you believe you can simply pay the charge and go on, think again. Overstaying by even a few days might land you on the immigration department's radar. If your overstay is discovered at a random checkpoint or during an incident, you could face detention, deportation, and even a blacklist that prevents you from returning to Thailand for years. The longer you overstay, the harsher the penalties get. For example, if you overstay for more than 90 days, you risk being banned from re-entering Thailand for 1 year, and the length of the suspension may change based on how many days you overstay. Bangkok's vibrant nightlife might make you feel like letting loose, but there is one thing you absolutely cannot risk: getting involved in illegal drug possession, no matter how casual it may seem. Possession of even small amounts of illegal substances like heroin, methamphetamine, or certain cannabis products can result in fines of up to 20,000 Thai baht or 1 year in prison. Furthermore, even if recent revisions prioritize therapy over punishment, this is only the case if you choose to pursue rehabilitation on your own. Moreover, if you're caught first, be ready to face serious consequences. If the authorities determine the amount you're holding exceeds personal use, things escalate fast. Trafficking or distribution includes a sentence of 2 to 20 years in prison, with fines ranging from 200,000 to 2 million Thai baht. In the worst cases, involving large-scale trafficking, penalties could include life imprisonment or even the death penalty. Thailand has moved toward reducing overly harsh penalties for minor drug use. While these penalties do not specifically apply to visitors, however, the laws are still unforgiving, and tourists are not exempt from these rules, and claiming ignorance won't help you. When you visit the land of stunning temples and rich spiritual backgrounds, respect is not just encouraged, it is expected and legally enforced. There are some serious rules for respecting religious sites and symbols. Disrespecting, intentionally or not, can land you in serious trouble. For instance, acts like climbing on Buddha statues for photos, pointing your feet at sacred objects, or wearing inappropriate clothing at temples can be seen as highly offensive. If you are caught violating any of these guidelines, you could face fines of up to 40,000 Thai baht or even imprisonment for up to 1 year. That depends on the severity of the offense. It's not just about avoiding penalties. It's about understanding and honoring a culture that holds its religious traditions. Temples often have signage about behavior and attire. The signs clearly mention covering your shoulders and knees, removing your shoes before entering, and staying quiet and respectful inside. As for Buddha imagery, it's important to know that using it as decoration or tattoo designs is considered deeply disrespectful. You may even be denied entry to certain places or questioned by authorities if you have Buddha tattoos visible. If you are a shopping lover and always look to grab branded stuff, just stick to it and don't fall for high-end first copies that you might find at 1/3 of the price of the original product cost. Whether you are eyeing that designer handbag, a luxury watch, or even high-end electronics, if the item is fake, you could be in serious trouble. The possession, purchase, or sale of counterfeit goods is strictly prohibited under Thai law. Tourists caught with counterfeit goods can face fines of up to 40,000 Thai baht and jail for up to 4 years. While it might seem like a harmless souvenir or bargain, the penalties are real, and your aim to grab cheap branded goods could be more expensive than the original one. An even more alarming situation is that selling or distributing counterfeit items could result in fines that exceed 200,000 Thai baht, along with lengthy prison sentences. Local authorities regularly conduct raids on areas where counterfeit goods are known to be sold. Remember, there's so much to enjoy and shop for in Bangkok. Just make sure it's the real deal. If you are a non-smoker, you can skip this point. However, smokers and vape lovers must listen carefully. As we all know, smoking is injurious to health. Despite that, a vast number of smokers are wandering all across the world. You have to keep in mind that Thailand's laws possess a no-tolerance policy against those who breach the rules and smoke in public places, such as beaches, parks, markets, temples, and inside malls and restaurants. And this might be the easiest way to lighten up your wallet with a fine of up to 5,000 baht. An even worse thing than smoking a cigarette is, if you are caught possessing electric cigarettes or vaping devices, the fines can hit up to 100,000 baht or up to 10 years in prison, depending on the case. Even bringing a vape into the country can result in confiscation at customs or worse, legal repercussions. Local authorities actively monitor public spaces, and violations are not taken lightly. So if you feel tempted while enjoying the streets of Bangkok, be mindful of designated smoking areas. And if you're a vapor, it's best to leave your device at home. Are you planning to capture the beauty of Bangkok's stunning cityscapes or cultural landmarks with a drone? Trust me, this could be the one reason for getting jailed. No, I am not lying. Operating drones without proper authorization is not just a minor oversight, it's a legal offense. The Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand has strict regulations for drone usage. You must register your drone with the relevant authorities. You'll also need to secure a permit from the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission. Failing to do so could result in fines of up to 100 100,000 Thai baht or even imprisonment for up to 5 years. Even with proper registration, there are restrictions on where and how you can operate drones. Flying near airports, military bases, government buildings, or crowded public areas is strictly prohibited. Violating these airspace restrictions can lead to severe penalties, including confiscation of your drone. You always wanted to create some remarkable memories while releasing sky lanterns on the charming night of Bangkok, and now you are in Bangkok and you think it is the time to fulfill the wish. But here is the kicker. Sky lanterns are undeniably mesmerizing and a symbol of celebration, often associated with festivals like Loi Krathong and Yipeng. However, casually releasing a sky lantern into Bangkok's night sky could lead to more trouble than you might expect. Due to safety concerns, including the risk of fire hazards and interference with air traffic, strict regulations govern the use of sky lanterns. Unauthorized releases can result in fines of up to 60,000 Thai baht or imprisonment for up to 3 years. So, always ensure you're doing it during permitted festivals and only in designated areas. Local authorities coordinate with event organizers to ensure safety, so it's best to check official guidelines before joining the festivities. I am glad to see you guys watching till the end. The purpose of making this video was to help you navigate your trip to Bangkok smoothly so you can create amazing memories without any unnecessary hassles. Now tell me in the comments, are you planning a trip to Bangkok anytime soon? I'd love to hear about your travel plans. Subscribe for more insights and must-know information about other incredible destinations. Have a safe trip, respect the culture, and follow the rules. See you in the next one.